So let me ask the obvious question. Does Donald Trump think he's the CEO of the entire world? Because based on how he ran his trade war, you'd swear he thought the rest of the planet should just bow down, kiss his ass, and do whatever he says. And if they don't, slap on a tariff, tweet something loud, and call it winning. Welcome to Trump's global boardroom. Spoiler alert, the world didn't show up for the meeting. Let's get something straight. Trump didn't become president with a background in diplomacy or global economics. He came in with a business mindset. And in Trump world, every country is just another client, or worse, another subcontractor. He treated global leaders like they were applying for a lease at Trump Tower. Friendly if you're useful, fired if you talk back. And you could see it in the way he talked about trade. China's ripping us off. The EU's ripping us off. Canada, total scam. Yeah, apparently maple syrup and politeness are a national threat. Now Trump's trade war wasn't a strategy. It was a stunt. You hit us with 10%? We'll hit back with 25%. Boom, done. He figured if he raised tariffs high enough, the world would come crawling back, begging for better deals. But instead of folding, countries hit back. China retaliated. The EU retaliated. Even Canada retaliated. American farmers got wrecked. The administration had to roll out $28 billion in bailouts. That's more than the auto bailout under Obama, the one MAGA used to hate. But sure, call it the art of the deal. Trump expected the world to just submit. But instead, they adjusted. China found new trade partners. Europe leaned into self-reliance. And the BRICS countries, they started talking about ditching the US dollar entirely. When you treat the global economy like a hostage negotiation, don't be shocked when other countries stop calling. You're not the boss of them. And no, they're not just jealous of your golf course in Scotland. Now here's the kicker. Did any of it actually work? Trade deficit under Trump? It increased. Manufacturing jobs? Brief bump, followed by collapse. American companies? Some moved jobs overseas because of the tariffs. Prices went up. Supply chains got messy. And your average American? They paid more for washers, dryers, cars, and groceries. But hey, he looked tough at the rallies, right? Here's the thing. The world isn't a company. It's a bunch of sovereign nations with their own agendas. You don't get to walk into a global summit, pound the table, and walk out with a better deal because you played hardball. That might work in a Manhattan real estate deal, not in international diplomacy. NATO allies aren't tenants behind on rent, and China isn't your ex-contractor from Queens. Trump thought his CEO swagger would make world leaders fold. Instead, it made them look for the exit. So let's go back to the big question. Does Trump think he's the CEO of the world? Absolutely. That's how he acted. He figured everyone would bow. And when they didn't, he called them weak, on tariffs, or threatened to walk away from deals entirely. But here's what happened instead. The world didn't bow. It adapted. It moved on. While Trump played reality show CEO, the rest of the world started writing a new script, without us in the lead role. Look, if you support Trump because he shook things up, that's fair. If you like that, he challenged the global elite, totally valid. But if you think his trade war made America stronger, check the receipts, check the deficit, check your grocery bill. It's one thing to want America first. It's another to end up with America alone. And maybe, just maybe, the world doesn't need a CEO. It needs a partner, because diplomacy isn't about domination. It's about cooperation, and no amount of tariffs or tweets can change that. Thanks for watching. If you think the president isn't the CEO of the world, hit like. If you think tariffs aren't a personality trait, hit subscribe. And if you think global trade policy should involve more than just gut feelings and red hats,